Larly's Classic Kitchen, and today in my kitchen I'm going to be doing chili beans and cornbread. But sorry for the cornbread recipe, you're going to be having to watch my other video for that one. But today I'm going to show you how to do the chili beans. Now come on in. Now to that I have about 4 cups of dry pinto beans with about 1 inch or 2 of water over it. And the reason why you're going to want to put the water over your beans is because the beans are going to expand when you cook them. And also I have about 1 teaspoon of avocado oil along with 3 small cloves of garlic. But depending on your size of cloves, you can use 2 or 4. It doesn't necessarily matter. Don't make everything a big deal. And also to that I have 2 bay leaves in there and about 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, while all this pan is going to be doing its magic, I'm going to let you know what's going to happen the next step. But for right now, we're just going to cook the beans and leave them to cook. Okay, now that our beans have been cooking for about 3 hours now to get them soft and tender, I'm going to be cutting up these condiments because I have 1.5 pounds of ground turkey that I'm going to be cooking some of this stuff in. And I use ground turkey because that's what I like, but use what you like, ground beef, you know, chicken, whatever you prefer. Also to that, I'm going to be adding about 4 to 5 sweet peppers, or you can use bell peppers, it's your choice. Onion, a couple of tomatoes. Along with the tomatoes, I'm going to be using the petite diced tomatoes as well. Tomato sauce, a couple of carrots, I'm using 3. And I have this New Mexico powdered chili, as well as this is from New Mexico as well, but this is spicier and hotter. So I don't use very much of this one, as you can tell by the color. Look at that. That's hot and spicy, just like my husband is. And then I have some oregano and a couple of cloves of garlic as well, and that's going to be for my meat part. And then I'm going to be using my specialty caldo de pollo or chicken stock, whatever you prefer. But once I cut up all of these condiments and put everything together, I'll show you the next step that I'm about to do. Now this is how you're going to want them to look once you chopped and diced them. See, my onions are really small, thanks to my husband that chops up very great.
Yeah. And
they're all tiny and everything is like diced, like cubed. And just the tomatoes is what I made a little bit bigger, but not too much. And we're gonna come over here to the stove and I'm gonna get my meat on, frying and cooking, and then I'll see you then. Our beans have been cooking for, like I was telling you, about 3 hours, and this is how they look. They're soft and tender and moist. And here's the bay leaves that we added in there. You're gonna wanna fish those out once you have your beans cooked to the right consistency. Just go ahead and fish the bay leaves out. And then in my other pan, I have my ground turkey, and the flame's on like a medium-low heat. And you're gonna wanna cook your ground turkey with your garlic cloves and your onions, and I'm gonna do that right now. I have my 2 garlic cloves that I had minced already. I'm gonna add those to my meat, and I'm just gonna cook them in at this time, along with my onion that I have. I'm just gonna add that and dump that right in too. Wash your eyes on your onion because it'll make you cry. And especially you want to dice it tiny if people that you know don't like onions. This will make them not really taste them too much or get that big crunch out of it. I always added this, and my Nana always thought I never added onions to my chili beans, but I kind of fooled her. But mine were the only chili beans she would have ate. So now we're just gonna brown this, and I'll see you in a minute once we brown this. Now in goes my carrots as well, because I'm adding my carrots to my meat because I'm gonna want to have those softened. And my other two items right here that I have, my bell peppers and my tomatoes, I'm gonna add this to the bean part right now too as well. So once your meat is cooking, you're gonna be doing two things at once. It's not gonna be that hard when you have your pans next to each other, but you're just gonna mix that in like that. But we're gonna continue cooking these onions down till they get translucent, and we're gonna continue cooking these carrots so they're soft and moist. In goes my tomatoes, my can of tomato sauce and all. You wanna have that juice in there along with your tomato sauce. Now I'm gonna start with half a can first because, like I said, I like to taste as I go and just kind of look at the texture of it, because I'm gonna also add in my oregano and my chili powder as well. Now your chili powder, that's the one you're gonna have to taste and go too, because like I said, if you're kind of weak and you don't like spicy things, be careful on that chili powder. But my family likes a little kick, so we like to add the extra spicy one as well. So now I'm gonna put about a teaspoon and a half right now. But like I said, I'll continue to show you how the process is gonna turn out. Ground turkey is done. You're gonna shut it off. But if you notice, the carrots are moist and they're tender. But this part, I'm gonna add about 1/4 teaspoon of cumin or comino to your mixture. And that's just gonna give it an extra spice and an extra flavor that you're gonna need for those chili beans. Now, if you want, I have done this before, you can add corn to your chili, but today I'm not gonna add the corn in there. But I'm gonna put this in here, in the chili beans part. And once I put it in there, you're gonna wanna let it simmer for at least another half an hour so it can just kind of engulf and take in all those flavors. And that's what I'm gonna do. And once my chili is done, I know my pan is kind of full here, my pot, but we'll see if we can squeeze it in. Yep, it's getting there. So once it gets all the flavors incorporated into it, I'll show you the chili results and the yumminess and the goodness that you're gonna wanna eat. Check that out right there. Man, if you could just smell that. Just so luscious. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Now, you're gonna wanna take your bean mixture. It's been cooking for about 40 minutes now and simmering on low heat. And see how those beans look right there? Yummy. Now what I do is I take it and I smash some of them. That way it can kind of be creamy, but some of them will be whole and some of them will be creamy. that now that it's done. We put a dollop of sour cream on here with some extra onions. But you could make these chili dogs, just eat it like we are with the cornbread. And if you want my cornbread recipe, go ahead and watch my other video that I'm going to be making. But now I'm going to try this. You're going to have to try this because it's really, really good. But if you want more spice to it, just go ahead and put more chili powder in it. And until next time in Lordy's Classic Kitchen, I'll be seeing you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, I'll see you soon.